Midland City, LA. When the Republican Senate candidate Roy S. Moore held his final rally here late Monday, it was his wife, Kayla Moore, who grabbed the headlines with a proclamation that some of the couple's friends and closest allies are Black or Jewish. Ms. Moore introduced her husband, the former Chief Justice of the Alabama Supreme Court, with an impassioned defense of a man who has been accused of sexual misconduct against teenage girls and holds views that critics have called bigoted, sexist and discriminatory. Fake news say he doesn't like women in leadership positions, yet he supports me as the president of the Foundation for Moral Law, that he started 15 years ago today. So happy birthday, Foundation for Moral Law, she began. She continued with a testimonial of Mr. Moore's affections for African Americans. When he first took office as Chief Justice many years ago, he brought with him 3 people from Etowah County, 2 were black, and one of them is here tonight. We have many friends that are black, and we also fellowship with them in church and in our home. And she told the crowd that the Moores had nothing against Jews. I just want to set the record straight, she said. One of our attorneys is a Jew. We have very close friends that are Jewish and rabbis, and we also fellowship with them. The comments came at the close of a brutal special election campaign for the Senate seat vacated by Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The campaign was marked by controversy, not only over allegations that Mr. Moore had sexually assaulted or molested teenage girls while he was in his 30s, but also that he had shown insensitivity to blacks and Jews. When a black voter asked Mr. Moore when he thought America was last great, his answer was the time of slavery. I think it was great at the time when families were united. Even though we had slavery, they cared for one another, he said. Our families were strong, our country had a direction. He also suggested that George Soros, the Jewish financier and supporter of liberal causes, is heading for hell. On a radio program this month, Mr. Moore said that Mr. Soros is pushing an agenda and his agenda is sexual in nature, his agenda is liberal, and not what Americans need. No matter how much money he's got, he's still going to the same place that people who don't recognize God and morality and accept his salvation are going, he concluded. And that's not a good place.